Hello, hello, Xenagos. Get her done, have some fun. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Bum bum. Ba-dum bum. Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic hasty dinosaur action. Xenagos, God of Revels, is returning for fantastic, lovely potential. I've missed this. Maybe this was part of the missing link. It's hard to say because there is so many options, different ways you can take Stampede dinos and Pioneer or explore, trimming all those early creatures, getting ahead with lands, as always. I just wanted to try some different stuff, pretty much. I have time to do that. I only play one deck here, always dinos all the time, except for April Fools. I actually tried a pretty crazy thing. Before I started today, I was thinking, Sylvan Scrying, maybe I could take that out, replace it with Hulking Raptor. You know, anytime I see Sylvan Scrying later on, it's really bad. It's painful because it's absolutely useless. So if the 4 Sylvan Scryings were Hulking Raptor, could I still get there? Hulking Raptor gets me ahead by 2 or 2 closer if it survives. Sometimes it does with the Ward 2, but late game, Hulking Raptor, chances are, does have haste because it is a dinosaur. Palani's Hatcher and Regisaur Alpha, so I thought, maybe that would be okay, but no, don't do that. I learned myself the hard way pretty quick. Sometimes it takes a little while to evaluate a change like that, but hey, I learned my lesson. 18 lands, of course, that's pretty low for some people, but you definitely need Sylvan Scrying, the cheap stuff, to see the specific land. Your first Sunken Citadel, your second Sunken Citadel, 2 of these, plus Castle Garenbrig, as always, 6 green, 3 lands, 6 mana, love it. Archdruids as well. I think it feels better than Ovenwald Hydra. This is what Ovenwald Hydra was, or the Vorinclexes, or most of the Vorinclexes. I do have 1 copy in because, well, it's fantastic. I might add more copies, but I'm thinking I like Xenagos a little bit better. I was actually thinking all 4, but hey, 3 copies is still quite reasonable to see this. I would imagine Archdruids, of course, can grab Xenagos, even if we don't have Devotion enough. We still grab it to set up, continue the hasty domination. But I did mention in the description, or if you haven't joined it already, join the Discord, because I'm always talking about potential future changes. We're actually talking right now, as of recording, about making a new dinosaur podcast between myself, Kebby G, and Commander Crane. Setting that up, so if you guys are talking right now and listening, how's it going? I'm not replying because we're doing this. I'm doing this. But Xenagos makes a lot of sense. I want to see it quite often, so going back to the 3. It's pretty straightforward right there. There's nothing quite like Xenagos. There is a few things, but I really just want the haste. I want Carnage Tyrant to be doubled, Tyrranax Rex to be doubled. But if Xenagos enters with Regisaur Alpha, that is still going to be pretty good. Fantastic aggression. Tyrranax Rex already has haste. Let's hope that's one of the creatures that are put out. And then Carnage Tyrant, Xenagos to double Carnage Tyrant, so I get to attack with it. 14 power plus 8. Lovely aggression right there. Or just doubling Ghalta Primal Hunger. Maybe Xenagos plus Ghalta are the only things put out. Boom. 24 hasty trample damage. Get the job done. Man, that's fantastic. Or Regisaur Alpha, but the chances are Xenagos is going to survive in more scenarios than Regisaur. It does have indestructible, so it only goes down to an exile effect, and that is few and far between. Certainly a lot less common. Could I up it to 4? Even with 4 copies of a specific thing, there's a very good chance you're not going to see it. But again, with Archdruids able to grab it or any other creature, that's lovely. Oftentimes, the Archdruids that may have been that Ovenwald Hydra, I don't want to see Ovenwald. The first one, yeah, that's pretty good. The second one, okay. We're going a little bit downhill. And then if I see a third or a fourth, it's like, I want something bigger or better or something more impactful. Grabbing a land and putting it out. I don't need that land. That part of Ovenwald Hydra basically becomes useless. I just have a big creature with reach. Reach is very good, I must admit, for... Oh, excuse me, I'm drinking Ghost Energy sour green apple warhead flavor. It's pretty tasty stuff. But back to the green potential disc, the Ovenwald Hydra, the reach. That's nice for incidental flying things, angels. Is it in Soul? Possibly. They put in Soul Artifact onto Smuggler's Copter, Vein Ripper as well. Oftentimes if the Vein Ripper lands, it is painful stuff. But yeah, Archdruid's able to grab something. Likely that is more helpful. Xenagos. I'd certainly like to grab a Xenagos instead of this just being Ovenwald. Whew. And instant speed as well. I don't always have instant speed interaction, which is a pretty rough thing for most decks, but I'm doing something potentially, and I think often enough, very, very powerful. If they don't kill me, I kill them. One turn, hasty, and you know what.
Ruthless aggression.
Absolutely. Absolutely ruthless. Otherwise, everything is basically the same. We still got the Cavern of Souls, 1 copy, the 3 in the sideboard. If we face off against Control, lovely stuff. Commune? No. Stomping Ground. I upped that to 4 copies. I trimmed a single copy of Overgrown Tomb, yeah, that's it. Felt like I wanted more sources of red. The black for Culling Ritual. I don't face too much aggressive stuff, but Archdruids, Sylvan Scrying, Commune, easily able to get my source of black. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward there. Whether it is Underground Mortuary or possibly the Sunken Citadel, choosing black to get my black source for this. Love it. And pick your poison still, but I'm starting to think I may prefer Pithing Needle. It was on the tip of my tongue. Pithing Needle, we named Sorin. They can't -3 to put the Vein Ripper from their hand onto the battlefield. Even though it is nice to take out Vein Ripper for a single green, it's painful. I'd rather just play the Pithing Needle, maybe play it and get it down sooner. Get it down around a Thoughtseize, because I have to wait until the Vein Ripper is out. They Thoughtseize, maybe they get Pick Your Poison out of our hand, whereas Pithing Needle could have entered, and at least we would have quite a bit more time to not have to worry about the Vein Ripper. And Pithing Needle, of course, is just more generally useful against quite a few decks, turning off activated abilities that aren't mana abilities. I say we jump into it. 2 copies of Ghalta. Forgot to mention, I was going to maybe up it to 3 or 4, because sometimes it's a weak link, but oftentimes it's been lovely. With Archdruid's Charm, I could imagine I really only need a single copy of Ghalta Primal Hunger, but I just felt like more than one tonight, and maybe for a few nights and days, I just want to pack a little bit bigger punch, something cheap, and if I have a Ghalta Primal Hunger out, I can simply cast the other one for 2, and with Up the Beanstalk I would draw a card, so it's kind of like I have the cycling on Ghalta. Pay 2, draw a card, boom, you switch it around and get something different. Now we're playing first, and we're keeping that, absolutely. Both of the Underground Mortuaries is a little bit interesting. Of course, we're going to... oh my goodness. Well, hopefully this is a sign of things. Oh, and we're facing off against Azorius Control, and we're going first, and we've got the entire package that we need. Phew. Oh boy, hopefully we see a Carnage Tyrant or a Tyrranax Rex. There is 4 of each, so there's a very real possibility we should. Hopefully they don't counter Up the Beanstalk. You know what? I'm going to test the waters. I'm going to go with the Underground Mortuary. I'm not going to play Up the Beanstalk unless I knew there was one coming up. Might as well try it. I would imagine it does get countered. It might be No More Lies, so Up the Beanstalk would have been countered this turn or the following turn. Okay, okay. Hey, we drew out a No More Lies, so the one that's on top, chances are might survive. Hopefully it's something that wants me to pay too, and we'll find out. It is a little bit unfortunate. I don't have a source of red, Cavern of Souls, or that Stomping Ground. It would be nice to get Regisaur Alpha. Oh, maybe they're saving up some sort of removal for something. But we should be seeing either a Commune with Dinosaurs, which would dig for a Carnage Tyrant next turn, and I would play it. Or we would see a Carnage Tyrant, or we would just see Tyrranax Rex. Any number of things. But we will get to 8 mana eventually. So that is quite fantastic. It's got to be. Oh, okay. Well, another Sunken Citadel. That will get our source of red, at least. Hopefully they don't have Field of Ruin. Although I would imagine they would take out Castle Garenbrig instead of one of the Sunken Citadels. You got to think. I would assume so. Get lost. That's all right. They got to be taking out Castle Garenbrig. Don't miss your window. Oh, they could also have some sort of a counter spell. I'm gonna go with a Xenagos. I only have one Cavern of Souls. If I see it 100%, I would be naming Dinosaur. So I'll try and stick. Okay. I'll try and stick somebody at some point. But yeah. Draw out more counter spells. Oh, finally. My goodness. That took quite some time. All right, hey, we at least got somebody down. We tapped 3. 3 lands, 6 green. That's pretty mean. Very nice. I can go with my map tokens. Maybe draw some lands off the top. Get through a little bit of... Okay. I like a Xenagos. They know what's happening. They would have to sweep next turn, and that's just going to be painful stuff. Yeah. Let's keep that Xenagos on top. Watch out. Oh, shoot. They memory deluged. I'm scared. Oh, what's going to happen? Are they going to sweep me next turn with Supreme Verdict? Oh. Although I could take out both Castle Garenbrigs. Of course, I do have 4 copies, but that would be... Well, that wouldn't be too bad. Carnage Tyrant would still be sticking around in that case. I think it could be a sweeper. That'd still be pretty fantastic. Regisaur Alpha. But, oh, they got a counterspell, I bet. I like the looks of this, too. I can still try to go Ghalta if and when they do counter this. They could have 2 counterspells. That's also pretty big possibility. Let's just keep drawing it out. Either you stop this, or they pretty much have to stop that because, well, Carnage Tyrant was about to get big and massive. But I say we drop this. We force them to do a sweeper next turn. Maybe they wouldn't have if it was just Carnage Tyrant, but now they absolutely have to if they have it. Maybe they were going to take some time off with Field of Ruins. But I would imagine this would... Okay. Do they have Settle the Wreckage? That could also be... You know what, let's try Palani's Hatcher. Let's see what happens there. I could see Wandering Emperor or Settle the Wreckage. You know what this feels like?
It's a trap!
Gotta be Wandering Emperor. Well, let's find out. If they have it in the list, oh boy, it is Wandering Emperor. It's not so bad. They're still mostly dead. Maybe they sweep us next turn. Still pretty decent being at 4. 2 Regisaur Alphas. I should should be seeing one of the Tyrranax Rexes. Yes, absolutely Mad Dad Lab. A very good time to tune in. I am very flooded at the moment. Sometimes it's just how it happens, how she goes. They made a samurai, so they don't have a sweeper. That is a very important thing. They wouldn't make the samurai if they had a sweeper and then destroy everything. That just wouldn't make sense. So that right there is usually quite telling. Huh. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yes, fantastic time to tune in. Will I get quite as lucky as the first game? I don't know. That's how you do it. Scary stuff. Cavern of Souls coming in hot. And now what do I take out? The 2 Underground Mortuaries plus a Stomping Ground. Very nice stuff, but definitely the Stomping Grounds. The Stomping Grounds were what Cavern of Souls is. I don't want even more tap lands. I was thinking instead of Stomping Ground, maybe Zayatora's Proving Ground. The Triumph for green, red, and black from Streets of New Capenna, but I want to keep the same amount of lands that enter untapped, potentially. So that's why I went with those Stomping Grounds there. But keep everything the same. It's nice that I basically keep everything the same. The cats will get extra... Oh, I'm going to try my best. I want the cats to get extra wet food. Usually, when I had cats as a kid, I just gave them dry cat food. Sometimes we'd soak it in milk, I believe, something like that. But the opponent is going to be soaking in damage. Starting off with 2 Sunken Citadels. I didn't have anything for 1 or 2. Fortunately, I drew Commune with Dinosaurs, which was quite nice. I would expect they have a counter spell, but we got to try it at some point. If they do, they do, and... Oh, you can't do that. We can't do that. Maybe they have Field of Ruin, unfortunately. That would slow us down a little bit. But, yeah. Oh, Sylvan Scrying, they're going to counter this. Absorb. I would bet it's Absorb, but I want to... Well, they didn't counter Commune, so maybe they'll do this. I don't know. It makes me feel good that they might not counter this. Excuse me. Yeah. Hey, that's all right. I expected it to happen. I expected it to happen whether I played Cavern or not. It is a little bit too bad, of course, that Cavern can't make a source of green for Archdruid's Charm. Sometimes that has been painful, but still, in this situation, I wouldn't have been playing Ulvenwald Hydra, which likely is what Archdruid's Charm would have been. Probably. I mean, it's going a little bit downhill. Oh boy. They're making the samurai swarm, huh? Where's another Commune when you need it? It is always going to be a little bit hard, but anytime I see 2 Sunken Citadels, 100%. No question about it. I am going to try that out, because I only need to see a Castle Garenbrig, draw into it, Sylvan Scrying to grab it, to play it, 3 lands, 6. It's worth it for me, worth the risk at the very least. But then sometimes it just doesn't happen, and we got a Cavern. You never know. I would imagine this is probably it, unless we can get some land that enters untapped next. Okay, I guess not. 6. Some land that enters untapped next turn and play Regisaur Alpha. I have a couple bodies, but that is going to be it. Ooh, we lost to Azorius Aggro, kind of, in a sense, with those samurais and the dastardly humans. Oh, back to back caverns tends to do the trick. Painful. Yes, the cats still have one more chance. I'm gonna try extra hard just for you guys. The cats are gonna get the good food tonight. All right. Captain Baggio, watch out. I'm playing for even more stakes, higher stakes, and I'm not keeping that because the cats will not be getting any food if I kept the hand with just the Cavern of Souls. Perfect. Okay. Yep, that's what we're doing. Regisaur Alpha, get to the bottom. Probably the weakest thing right there. I don't have a Cavern of Souls to protect Regisaur, and there's a very good chance Carnage Tyrant is going to enter before Regisaur Alpha anyways. Play Carnage Tyrant on turn 4 if we can assemble a Sunken Citadel, which, I mean, basically guaranteed. We have Castle Garenbrig, so turn 2, Sylvan Scrying, and the opponent will be crying. I'm going to pay the 2 life. I'm going to go with Commune. I have my turn 2. Oh my goodness, we got a Sunken Citadel. The cats are going to be eating extra good. I can tell you that. There's basically no chance for them to come back from this. Pretty much. I could have played Up the Beanstalk, which would get it around a counterspell, but grabbing the second Sunken now is absolutely better. The Damnation sleeves, absolutely. I love any sleeve that has that kind of animation to it, 100%. We'll try for Up the Beanstalk. Oh, they don't have a counterspell. That happened instantaneously. Okay. Their chances just got lost. If they have a get lost, that would destroy Up the Beanstalk. Give me 2 map tokens, I dare you. Don't care, you're dead. You're not coming back from this. Okay. You want to march my beans. March my beans straight to defeat, I guess you could say. Okay, looking good. Sweep me. Doesn't matter. Every single turn we're going to be beating you up. Oh, Archdruid's Charm, and we got the other Sunken. So, Commune? Let's try for Commune. Let's try and draw out a counter spell, and then maybe Archdruid's Charm. Well, okay, Cavern of Souls, nah. We're going with Palani's Hatcher. They don't know what is about to happen. Let's go with Carnage Tyrant. Watch him Supreme Verdict next turn. Let's do it. Oh man, Supreme Verdict is so painful. Memory Deluge looking for Supreme Verdict. Really should have done the Archdruid's Charms. I still should have a chance on their turn, but take the opportunity when the opponent is tapped out, because Archdruids can be, again, used at instant speed. Grab the Cavern of Souls that I'm desperately looking for. It might not matter because, again, they could be tapped out, so Ghalta Stampede Tyrant would just happen, but we'll look for it here. Definitely. I mean, technically I don't need it, but we need the protection. The counterspell protection, 100%. Oh boy. Supreme Verdict. Do it. Do it and die.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Stanley, how's it going? Hopefully all is well with you. Yes. Quite a long time. I've been wondering about Natural Order. I believe it is only available in Historic or Timeless, I'm pretty sure. It would be nice, certainly, if it was available here, but yeah. There you go. I don't know that I need Natural Order. If I can just naturally do some fantastic, amazing aggression like this, kill him in one turn, instant death. You sweep, you die. You don't sweep, you die. But, yeah. Phew. Natural Order would be good. Maybe I should take a look at Natural Order. Feasting time. Crack that can. Oh, good. Yes, very good game. Let's take a look at Natural Order quickly, and then we'll get right back into the matches here. Lovely way to start. I must say, there has been a couple of times, while you guys may have seen, where, I lost to Azorius Control. Of course, I can't beat them every time, but yeah, that's good. That's good. Actually, we could look at Deep Fathom Echo, just by chance getting a copy of it with the individual wild cards, a rare one. I've kind of thought of adding this at the beginning of combat on your turn. It explores, then you can have it become a copy of another creature excuse me, you control until end of turn. Anything that a creature becomes a copy, or you make a token of a creature, Carnage Tyrant or Tyrranax Rex. Because this deck has so many big things, this sort of effect really gets a lot more value the bigger the creature you are that is copied. But natural order, I think it has a cheetah. That's not how you spell it. A cheetah for the art. Natural order. I'm pretty sure I don't own it. We probably have to choose not collected, I would think. Natural order. Oh, yes, natural order. Yeah, last night's crazy. I'm just glad I got revenge. You never know what's going to happen, even though it is painful some nights. And, people new joining see a bunch of losses. They might not think it's the best thing, but sometimes it does happen. Sometimes it can indicate maybe I should make a change here or there, but you really want a big sample size, because there might be scenarios or times where you have a string of losses and potentially there could have been nothing you could do, but oftentimes there might have been something. If I was playing in Timeless, which I think I should try it out. Natural order, 2 and 2 green. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a green creature. I would imagine I'd probably want Land War Elves or Elvish Mystic, something like that, to be able to meet that requirement. Cast this on turn 3. That'd be pretty good. And we just search our library for Ghalta, Stampede, Tyrant, boom, dead. That'd be pretty fantastic stuff. Yeah, but yeah, it would take a little bit of workaround. Arboreal Grazer, 1 green, 0/3. When it enters, we can put a land from our hand onto the battlefield. That I could see being pretty fantastic with this. But I don't imagine I would need Castle Garenbrig or Sunken Citadel. I could completely change the list and just lean more towards natural order being the way to get Ghalta out, or whatever makes sense. Oh, absolutely. That Teferi, that was rough. Lotus Field. I think the craziest thing was it was Azorius Lotus Field, and then right after Azorius 9 lives Solemnity combo. I was just happy to take him out with that nicely timed pick your poison when they only had 2 9 lives out. That was a lot of fun. Natural order certainly would be a lot of fun. So one day I can see myself going into Timeless, although I feel it would be quite a bit rough, probably too rough for Dinosaurs, unless I was doing something completely nutso. I'd have to turn it up to 11, do the absolute most busted variation of Stampede Dinos just to have a chance in that format, because that's pretty crazy stuff. Oh, pick your poison was delicious. Yeah, all in. I think it is tough to recover with what I'm doing right here, at the very least. If I don't get Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, I might just, play Carnage Tyrant on turn 4, which I think is a pretty reasonable thing. I have a bunch of card draw potential with Up the Beanstalk. If I don't do the Ghalta plan, I just keep playing lots of lovely sized creatures, beat up the opponent. It's not super fragile. And this hand, well, it's going to be making the opponent's life total pretty fragile, I would imagine. We're looking at 6 green with everything to start, and an Underground Mortuary, which is just absolutely amazing. Might as well put a Tyrranax Rex on top, keep it on the top with Surveil there, because we have 6 of us. With Vorinclex, we're going to be able to make 8. I would imagine I'd draw maybe one more land, kind of in the mixture. Mono red though, we might be mono dead. Pretty funny though, Eidolon of the Great Revel, whenever a player casts a spell with mana value 3 or less, that's pretty funny when basically all my spells cost way more than that. So watch out. As long as we stick Vorinclex next turn, I think we should be pretty safe. The opponent might have to double up on some of their red-based single target removal just to get rid of Vorinclex. It could be Torbrand, Thane of Redfell, dealing extra damage based on the red permanents. Oh, it probably is. Oger Exonil, too. That'd be painful. But hey, we got a big thing. A 6/6 Trample Reach against a deck like this, I hope, is good enough. 2 forests, might as well. I don't think they have Field of Ruin, but I definitely want everything to enter untapped. And I want to pull 2 cards out of my library. 2 things that I don't want to see. I'd rather them be in my hand and increase the chances of future turns being something I actually want to draw. Oh, okay, well, the darn Sylvan Scrying. So in this case, you can imagine that Hulking Raptor would have been a little bit nicer. But that's okay, because we're about to make him cry. I don't mind too much when mono red is stuck on 2 lands, and sometimes that's not that bad. Could have waited possibly. I mean, being at 12 is kind of sketchy. I think it is time to bring the pain. If I was below 10, maybe I wouldn't have done that. Maybe they have 2 Skewer the Critics, 6. Oh, phew. Still, it is a little bit worrisome. They have 2 creatures. They have the potential to ping us quite painfully. 12 is a little bit safe, but do I like Hornet Queen? Kind of. What am I thinking? Culling Ritual. That's going to smoke them. Culling Ritual to take out Roiling Vortex, Etching of Kumano, Eidolon of the Great Revel, and I think a lot of stuff. From Xenagos. We don't really need Xenagos against this in Ghalta. Yeah. That's going to be good. I think if I face any aggressive things, Xenagos, all the copies of that, pretty straightforward. Something has to go, and, well, we need Culling Ritual in, absolutely. But, well, maybe if I had Commune with Dinosaurs, perhaps instead of Regisaur Alpha, Commune plus the Forest, we get to Up the Beanstalk. It would be pretty good, but that hand, I mean, it still does not include a Culling Ritual. That would have been ideal. But again, 2 Sunken Citadels should be enough to bring the pain. Eventually. The 2 Stomping Grounds are maybe going to be problematic. We'll see. Where's that Culling Ritual? Let's go. We only have to survive until then. Another Ghalta. It's a little bit rough, but hey, look what I got. My Source of Black for an eventual Culling Ritual. Watch me draw the 3rd Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Sometimes it's just how it goes, but I don't want to trim that. Okay, I did it. I jinxed myself.
Unforgivable.
Okay, well, maybe I draw a Culling Ritual next turn. I turn the jinx around to my benefit. We'll see. Gotta do something here. A little bit unfortunate that Culling Ritual doesn't take out Chandra Dressed to Kill. I don't think they've ever made a Planeswalker that cost 2. No. I don't think they really would ever make a Planeswalker that costs 2. And sometimes you just die. Yeah. I'll keep that Culling Ritual there. Alright. Culling Ritual could be absolutely the devastating thing that I'm looking for. Get the Rolling Vortex. I saw quite a bit, enough that really makes me feel like Culling Ritual is the way, and that hand is the one we want to keep. Now I have 2 for turn 2. I have my turn 2 play of Sylvan Scrying, so I'm kind of tempted to just go Stomping Ground, pay the 2, grab a land, get the Sunken Citadel. Fantastic stuff. Sunken's gotta happen. Turn 2, we'll use Sylvan Scrying on turn 3 to grab another Sunken, or possibly Commune is going to grab a forest. It is a little bit unfortunate that we are passing up 2 Culling Rituals to the bottom, but those 2 Culling Rituals are on the bottom. We know, basically guaranteed, they're going to be closer than the bottom when the deck is shuffled after we cast Sylvan Scrying. Will we still be alive? I think that's a very real possibility. The opponent hasn't done the craziest of openings for a mono red deck. Should be good. Turn 4 Tyrranax Rex, hey, decent. Thumbs up. Yeah, that's gonna save us. They may just never attack into T-Rex, and then we drop Carnage Tyrant, and I would imagine we're safe. Being at 10 is a little bit rough, but this is also rough for them. Oh boy. We can't attack. We certainly could be dead. Absolutely. 10 is, it's rough. It's rough. But now we got a good body. Scare him away. I hope. Hopefully it's not scare the critics. I should have chosen black. Absolutely. Sometimes I'm just so used to Sunken Citadel choosing green. I do make the mistake of not making the second Sunken black for the Culling Ritual. But yes, absolutely, that is what I should have done. Okay, it's getting a little bit rough. Watch me draw that Culling Ritual. You jinx me. You jinx me. 2 creatures. I gotta think about this. Sylvan Scrying, getting my source of black. One, I need multiple creatures. 100%. Yeah. It's just how it's gotta be. Yeah. Alright, here comes the Wizards, lightning in hot. Dead for 3. Exactly. Lethal. Lightning strike. Hey. Mono red doing what it should do. Just unfortunately didn't see the lovely Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, which I could have cast that previous turn, and then devastated the opponent. A little bit good old red deck wins, yes. But I would have been able to get them. We got pretty fortunate that first game and the third game. They were stuck on a few lands, but mono red, of course, can again do lovely stuff with very, very little. Darn. Heroic and ooh, okay. That is how it goes. It's pretty good. You know, you can do good against certain decks, and you know there's just some that are painful, but those painful matchups could be made a little bit better sometimes. However, I think sometimes if you want to make one absolutely painful matchup better, it just changes and possibly weakens the overall game plan that you have, and then maybe for that case it doesn't make quite as much sense to make that painful matchup better. But sometimes it's pretty straightforward, taking out one option, bringing in one thing that could be absolutely devastating against the opponent. Ooh. Diblo. 007. I think this is 007. Absolutely. A dinosaur that did maybe 2 damage to each creature. So they would think, you know, that's kind of, well, it's not too bad. 2 damage to every creature would be good. We have Raging Swordtooth, which does 1 damage to every creature, but just doesn't pack enough punch, I think. Hopefully this is Azorius Control. Dimir. This might be Dimir Control. Oh my goodness, and a Sunken Citadel to boot. But 100% we got to get Up the Beanstalk down and get it down around the counter. Oh, and the Wow, they're just dead. Maybe. Esper Control. This could be Esper, Doom Foretold, white, blue, black, enchantments, whatchamacallit. Sunken? Yeah, Sunken. That Sunken has to get down at some point. Oh, what do we have going on? We have 4. 5 color. I did not expect the mountain. We could have shenanigans. Oh boy. Oh, we're going to get some sort of dinosaur. Hopefully an actual dinosaur. Yeah. Now the question becomes, Carnage Tyrant to draw out... No. We're just going to wait for Archdruid's Charm. Maybe use Archdruids for something that the opponent is doing. There's a very real possibility. Oh, we got Transmogrify coming in hot. Attack with the Goblin, make your treasure. Excuse me, Transmogrify costs 4, so if Archdruids can take out the treasure right now, should be good, I think. Gotta be Transmogrify. Worth a shot. Okay, I like that. Good. Maybe it's not Transmogrify. I don't know. No, it must... whatever. I think we'll kill him next turn if we grab a Sunken. I'll just do that now. Seemed like it might have been Transmogrify. Incarnation. But it shouldn't be too bad. They might do their thing and... Well, I'm not dead this turn, so... We could be doing the thing. Oh, yeah, do your Fires of Invention. Oh, shucks. 4 color fires. It's pretty interesting. I'm not seeing any of the Triomes, but Elish Norn does tend to do the trick. Certainly. Tyrranax Rex. Okay. Painful stuff. Standard rotation. Okay. I don't know. I still love this game even when painful things happen like this. Now, could I kill him? 4, 6. They can't take out Tyrranax Rex if I attack. Could they kill me? 10. Maybe I can get him. I think this is our best bet. We'll give it a go. I wish I had Back to Nature. Artifact, instant, or sorcery. Get that Archdruid's Charm and not be able to do much with it. Well, there is some dinosaurs in Pokemon. Tyrant and Tyrantrum. Rampardos. I believe Rampardos. A decent amount. Aerodactyl. I mean, that is lovely stuff. Pretty decent. Oh, that might be it. We're not dead. We're not dead. Leyline Binding will be sacrificed to get a creature that costs 7, but maybe just maybe, something good could not happen because they got the Titan of Industry and, okay. Archdruid's Charm. I mean, technically Archdruids could help us take out you know who. That would be good. Yeah, no, we're not winning that. I'm going to try for Tyrranax Rex. Maybe we can get something sneaky. Maybe I could have drawn a land off of that, played it, been able to go with Archdruid's Charm, And so, hey, now I know what it is. Now we're gonna watch him copy Titan of Industry, and well, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, it would be cool if there were more dinosaurs in Pokemon. Xenagos. From the Xenagoses and the Ghalta, get the lovely Pick Your Poison, which I think should be pretty decent against this deck. At least I know what it is. I thought, oh, it's Control, and then it's Demir, and then it changed to 4-color Yorion, and then Enigmatic Incarnation. You know what. Hey, pretty decent. 2 Castle Garenbrigs, I think, should be quite fantastic. With the Commune, dig for hopefully a Sunken Citadel, I would imagine. Probably. Another Pick Your Poison. Okay. Another Castle Garenbrig. Well, I need lands. It's just kind of interesting to see that. I want to see what I sent to the bottom, though. An Archdruid is a little bit rough. Hey, whenever they play an enchantment, at the very least, it is going away. And we got to get to probably another Commune at some point. A Sylvan Scrying is definitely coming up at some point here. And we know they probably don't have... a Sylvan Scrying is coming up. Counter spells. Good. There you go. Now we're feeling quite positive. Play your you-know-what. Fires of Invention and watch it go away. Omen of the Sea. OG. I'm doing well. Hopefully, yes, everyone is doing as well as they possibly can. Up the Beanstalk is pretty good. They can't play too much else. At the very least, I could play Carnage Tyrant, but now the question becomes... let me think. Pick Your Poison to get rid of Omen of the Sea and Up the Beanstalk, or just go with Carnage Tyrant, which is lovely stuff, or just go with Vorinclex. I want to go with Vorinclex plus a Pick Your Poison, get the lands, make sure I will eventually get there. And a Stomping Ground and a Forest, at least leave one forest in my hands. I think that would be good, just in case they have some way to maybe destroy lands, potentially with Field of Ruin. I don't think that's going to happen, but yeah, you never know. Okay, hey, that's how it goes. Figured it would happen. Another Sunken Citadel is quite nice. Hopefully, we do get to Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. That would be quite devastating. Hopefully, well, they don't drop a you-know-who. Enchantment? Yeah. Hey, at least Beanstalk, Leyline, Fires, or Fable is going. Any of those is, I think, fine by me. Nice that Beanstalk is gone and they get some less card draw, less card advantage. But maybe eventually I will get back to Pokemon. I just love Magic the Gathering Dinosaurs so much. Hopefully I see an Archdruid's Charm. Carnage Tyrant would be able to take out that pesky you-know-who, Elish Norn. Agent of Treachery. Okay, well, all is not lost, especially when you get another Stomping Ground. Do I like Regisaur Alpha? Kind of. It is going to be a little bit problematic when Agent of Treachery starts being copied. We really need to see you-know-who. We could have played you-know-who, and that is definitely why I love 4 copies, 100%. Because even with 4, you're going to be screaming. You're in your head, wishing, oh, why can't I see it? I need it. And then you don't see it in so many fantastic turns where you desperately wish you did. Where you would have won in a lot of cases. Drop Ghalta, putting Regisaur and Palanis out. Bing, bang, boom. Smoke them. But imagine Leyline Binding probably gets sacrificed and then they search for somebody bad. Certainly not going to be a pretty sight. I believe they've played 2 spells. Atraxa Grand Unifier plus the Up the Beanstalk. Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll get them. Or another Agent of Treachery. That's pretty good. Still flooded. Super duper flooded. You would think I have 24 lands in the deck, but that is absolutely not the case. Yes, that is that does tend to be the game. Wow. You want me to go down to 17 or 16? I'm not going to do that, but it happens. Do I want more ways to see Ghalta? Stampede Tyrant, yeah. Possibly. I still do want to play more Age of Empires here. Been practicing up on that. There's never enough time for all the fantastic stuff that everybody suggests. One day I hope there is more time to carve out and do more things. Yeah. The client's terrible, It's not that hard, I think, in this day and age. To make a good client, you just look at other good examples, or hopefully you're designing the game and you also play games at the same time, and then you ask yourself, what would I want to see in the game? And you just make it happen with chat functions and features and all that sort of stuff. Destroy all human. I have heard of that, never played it before. Heard good things about it. I would not be hearing good things about this hand if I kept it, because it's absolutely not good. It's getting a little bit better. We got 2 lands and an Archdruids. Maybe I'd risk it if I was on the draw. If I knew what I was against, possibly. Still no. But hey, I could mulligan 2-3 times, eventually seeing a hand with 2 Sunken Citadels and a Sylvan Scrying, and that would be quite fantastic. Assembling the collection of lands 3 to make the 6. Okay, well, there we go. Pretty darn fantastic. Send a forest to the bottom. I think we do that. Sylvan Scrying to the bottom. Turn 2 Sylvan, turn 3 Archdruids, and we probably don't need that second Sylvan. Oh, we have to get 2. Okay, we'll get a forest to the bottom. Yeah, that should be all right. Hopefully it's not Thoughtseize to get rid of Sylvan Scrying. I'm gonna... Phew. Oh, Mono Green Devotion. I actually faced Mono Green Devotion twice today, back to back. It was painful. Maybe it is Gruul Aggro. Classic, fantastic. Golgari Fight Rigging. What is going on? I faced Golgari Fight Rigging this evening again. I don't know. Who knows? But at the very least, we'll get the second Sunken Citadel. We'll have a really good chance. That Archdruid's Charm grabbing Castle Garenbrig, but Fight Rigging might just find a good thing. Ulamog or somebody. Usually it's pretty bad. Pretty unfortunate that Archdruids is now going... Oh. Okay. Well, Party Tree also pretty fantastic. Party Tree, which is also the Great Henge, the classic, lovely Great Henge. I'll draw a card. I'm fine with that. Okay. Making lots of mana. Let's see that Ghalta. Let's do it. Oh, Sorin, what are they going to put in? Is it going to be the Vein Ripper? Oh boy. Vein Ripper. Or Ghalta and Mavrin. Okay. Okay, well, we're not we're not winning that one. But it's not the first time I've seen that. Golgari Vampires, black and green at turn 1. They go with the Mana Dork, which unlocks the potential of turn 3 Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord, and then they do the -3, and on turn 2 possibly putting the Vein Ripper out, and well, good luck. Hopefully you have you pick your poison. Their hand was absolutely crazy. One of these times I have to try Ghalta and Mavrin, certainly with a dinosaur deck, Palanis, Hatcher, and Regisaur Alpha. There's a very good chance I'm going to be able to attack with it or attack with something else pretty big. So it kind of makes a decent sense. Absolutely. That deck does look fun. A lot of great potential. Lots of card draw. Lots of... well, I would have been able to make the mana I needed. Just no Ghalta again. That's kind of the theme. Pretty consistently. At least I feel it's absolutely consistent to get this amount, and then I don't see it as much as I want. I want to see it more, which Archdruids could grab me Ghalta, certainly, but again, oftentimes it grabs the final piece to make a bunch of lands. And then any land after that is kind of feeling bad, I must admit. I get 2 Sunkens and Castle Garenbrig, a couple other lands. Anything specifically against this? Pick your poison. Could be nice to take out the Great Henge, but I don't imagine they have too many copies of that. We might not see a Great Henge whatsoever. Maybe take out the fight rigging. But oftentimes the opponent drops a big... You know what? Hornet Queen. I like a good Hornet Queen. Xenagos and Ghalta. Okay. Yeah, oftentimes the opponent plays their big creature, maybe on turn 2. Excuse me. And then the fight rigging on turn 3, and it pops off the turn that they played. It's not usually that they go fight rigging first, and then it would have an opportunity to go pick your poison, and that is a hand that is perfect. Hopefully fast enough, getting the Hornet Queen down in the face of the opponent's big creatures. You want stuff with Death Touch. I think in a lot of cases, it's not a creature with trample, so a 1/1 flying Death Toucher, okay, give me the second Sunken. You never know what's going to happen, but when this happens, yeah, you know what? Sylvan Scrying again. Do not use Archdruid's Charm unless you absolutely have to for a land. And now look, I'm perfectly fine. Turn 4, 7 green. Eventually Archdruid's Charm, I can just use it to grab you-know-who and die. Okay, Ghalta and Mavrin. Ghalta, Stampede, Tyrant. I am the one who dinos. Let me think. Also, Archdruid's Charm, we can have one of the insects or the Hornet Queen with Death Touch deal just a bit of damage to Ghalta, and it would die. That's not the case, though. I gotta pay 2 life, 3, 4. Gotta be the Hornet Queen. We have to get somebody and something that might get rid of Ghalta. I've seen it before, nothing I haven't faced before. Fight rigging is, well, it's a little painful. I believe we might just barely live, which would mean the opponent is gonna die. That's not super. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just block with 1. Get her done. We're still alive. Oh boy. Castle Garenbrig, Ghalta. Maybe that's gonna work. Kind of. Where are the other big creatures I wish? Now the question becomes, Ghalta to take out Sorin? I kind of like taking out Sorin. I'll leave some flying death touchers behind just because I want to. This is good. Get him. Get him.
You have no power here.
I think we got him. You never know. Phew. You know what saved me? The Hornet Queen. The Hornet Queen saves me quite a bit, I must admit. You're not drawing anything, bud. Maybe they have some removal for one of these, but the Shakedown Heavy doesn't have Trample, so good. Good. Hopefully they don't have a Sweeper. Oh, darn, the Pugnacious Hammer Skull is a really cool card. Now I'm going to stick it to him. Archdruids. Yeah, don't use my Dino, buddy. Peace. There you go. Whew. Okay. Fight rigging. I'm sticking with the Hornet Queen, absolutely. Hopefully they don't do anything quite as painful as they did, but Archdruids could take out somebody big. Hornet Queen could sting Ghalta and Mavrin. Absolutely glorious. Hornet Queen, I gotta recommend it. I can't recommend Hornet Queen enough. If you're having trouble with big creatures or a little bit of a slower deck, more mid-range-ish, which is pretty uncommon, but if you're having trouble with that stuff, Hornet Queen, whew, packs a punch. I think this hand should be pretty decent. Starting off with 3 lands, one of them being Castle Garenbrig, one being a land with the forest type, and Surveil as well. I think it's decently reasonable. Or we could just be dead. Of course, they might be setting up to do the turn 3 fight rigging, Pugnacious Hammer Skull, getting to 7 power with that counter. It is good art. It is. Or it's Ghalta and Mavrin and they make a token with okay. There's nothing I could have done. There's nothing any deck really could have done too much. Okay. Yeah. There's nothing differently I would have done. Yeah, I still had fun. It's nice to see something quite a bit different. Yeah, a Pithing Needle, which goes back to my point of maybe switching out Pick Your Poison for Pithing Needle. Bringing that in. 4 copies of Pithing Needle, no more Sorin. Future copies of Pithing Needle, we would, at the very least, maybe turn off the Great Henge. No, it's a mana bit. Never mind. We wouldn't turn off the Great Henge, but we would turn off other things, perhaps. I mean, certainly stopping Sorin would have stopped them from getting Ghalta and Mavrin, and that would be, yeah, I think so. Hey, at the very least, it's good to see where Pithing Needle absolutely would have been more helpful than Pick Your Poison. Yeah, I think so. I would rather go through the pain of having it, not having it, back and forth, live through those moments and compare them and realize exactly, yes, it's a pretty easy case to make, but still, I want to go through it myself. Have the experience of the pain and have it be memorable. Hey, what's it going to be? A lot of different stuff. Oh man, the Azorius Control opponent would concede on the spot if they knew I was also using Pithing Needle to turn off their Field of Ruins. quite lovely stuff. Pithing Needle probably would get gone, answered with a March of Otherworldly Light, but hey, I would be using four Pithing Needles. Good stuff. Might be alright. That hand is going to be alright by me. 2 lands, one of them being a sunken. Fantastic. I don't really have too many early plays other than Commune with Dinosaurs. Nothing else for 1 at the moment. Absolutely. Buying time is the best thing, whether it's Rakdos Vampires turning off Sorin in that case, or Sorin against Fight Rigging. Speaking of Rakdos Vampires, okay, hey, at least I have a play for turn 2. They are getting rid of Sylvan Scrying 100% if they know what's good for them, which they might not. But I feel like I faced Scorpion 2M before. The name does sound kind of familiar. Okay, well, they goofed up, and that's good. That's good. Now all I have to see is another land, and we'll be grand. Able to make 6 green, and still not able to play Palani's Hatcher or Regisaur Alpha. Painful stuff. We'll go with Up the Beanstalk first. See if we draw Sunken Citadel. Okay, you never know. If it was Sunken Citadel, it would have been 100% better for it to be the land for the turn, other than Castle Garenbrig. Oh, they saw all the creatures I have in my hand, so even though they don't know what I'm gonna do, you got to imagine, hey, I should probably grab Sylvan Scrying and stop them from getting closer. I've never really understood that. Yeah. But yeah, again, the awkward scenario, 4 lands, 6 green, but none of that can be red. I could have something where I can spend mana as if it were mana of any color for a creature, filtering Castle Garenbrig, able to play some of my stuff in these moments. It's not often that this happens, but it certainly happens sometimes. Where's that darn Carnage Tyrant when you need it? It's always a very interesting scenario, and also kind of why Xenagos, I love it. Keep it in, play it for a while. Xenagos could have been a creature that costs 5 that only requires green, that sort of stuff, but fortunately that will be it. Hey. They got the Vein Ripper. I was having such a good time explaining the awkward scenario that I was in. It got even more awkward and painful. Possibly. I mean, anything would be better in that scenario because I wasn't able to play anything. Ripjaw instead of Xenagos. Ooh, very good. Huh. That darn autocorrect gets you every time. I think so, absolutely. I love the Questing Beast. Haven't used it too much before, but a single copy, excuse me, I'm drinking too fast. A single copy of the Questing Beast, I mean, it's never a bad thing. It's a good creature. You play it and it does good things. And also Questing Beast would have helped me against that pesky 9 lives. They couldn't have prevented damage. I'm pretty sure it would have helped in that matchup. That would have been extra cool. But also maybe kind of going towards a sort of toolbox list with Archdruid's Charm, able to grab a specific creature that I need in a matchup. The single copy that I've brought in whenever I'm facing something, and Questing Beast, whatever it is. And it can be a big creature that other people might not want to play because they can't consistently make a bunch of mana. But Pick Your Poison is coming in. Xenagos, no. Xena goes to the sideboard. Yeah. Okay. right, let's get him. Not going to get him with that. I would try it, even though it's against a deck that does use Thoughtseize. If I had 2 lands, I'd risk it, because it could be so good. Oh, okay. It got a lot better. It's pretty hard to be worse than that sometimes, though. Ghalta to the bottom. We certainly have to keep all the cheap stuff as much as possible. Hey, all right. There you go, Sunken Citadel to start. I'll take it. Maybe pick your poison is safe. Maybe they're scared about that because they have the Vein Ripper, so pick your poison goes away, which preserves Sylvan Scrying. 1 questing, 1 Clothis. Yes, Clothis, absolutely. Many of you guys have suggested Clothis. And I don't use it too often, but yeah. Start off with that stuff. Clothis, gain a bit of life, do a bit of damage, get a little more inevitability, chipping away at an opponent. Yeah, I like it. I also like another Sunken Citadel. Okay, fine, give me absolute perfection. Do your Sorin, get the Vein Ripper, do it. I don't care. I can go pick your poison plus Carnage Tyrant next turn, which is nutso. A graveyard hate as well. I'm not too worried about Izzet Phoenix usually, but sometimes you might as well have a little bit more hate and make that good matchup real good. Get him. Hopefully this gets him. But the question becomes, they don't know I have Pick Your Poison. They could have the Vein Ripper somewhere in the mixture. Maybe they've got Sorin in their hand at the moment. Definitely want to go with Carnage Tyrant. Big time. Would have been nice to go Up the Beanstalk plus. I don't know. Come to think of it, I may not want them to sculpt their hand. Pick Your Poison could get rid of Smuggler's Copter. You know what? I'm going to make use of it. Get rid of Fable. If they're digging for something good, whatever it is, I think oftentimes I see them get rid of 2 things because they want to be digging for something nice, or they might be flooded. They get rid of 2 lands. We'll see. Up the Beanstalk though next turn would be good. Maybe I draw a Carnage Tyrant, or I play Up the Beanstalk, which draws a Carnage, which I can still play with the 2 Sunkens and the Castle. It could be okay. Hopefully no Sheoldred's Edict, but I don't think that's very common in Rakdos Vampires. We should be good. There's so many big lovely creatures. I imagine either we draw it or Up the Beanstalk draws it. Yeah. Yeah, I've always enjoyed getting rid of Fable before it gets to the 2, so they can sculpt their hand, and it's kind of interesting seeing them get rid of the Vein Ripper. So they must be desperate, looking for something. It's got to be. Yeah, stop the sculpt. It's okay. It's pretty good. Let me think. Can I do Palani's Hatcher? Cavern of Souls, definitely. Up the Beanstalk. If we draw Carnage Tyrant, we can play it. Vorinclex, we can play it, which no, I didn't cut Vorinclex. Archdruid's Charm. Huh. Charming. That's going to get him. Might as well be aggressive. The opponent seems to be in a little bit of a rough spot. Either Archdruids draws Ghalta, Stampede, Tyrant, and we kill him. Hopefully they don't go Thoughtseize, but you never know. I think they're getting a little bit scared with Carnage Tyrant. I don't see any possible chance that they could kill us this turn. Oh, we could take out Mutavault. That would actually be kind of funny. And we're not going to do that though. Huh. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Still not dead. I was wondering about getting it, but no, it's too tempting. It's too tempting to not get Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Oh darn, they're gonna race me. What's gonna happen? Play Shieldred or something. Okay. Oh shucks, Liliana of the Veil. They might go Thoughtseize, which would be pretty good. Let's hope they don't have it. If they don't have it, they are dead. Put a stop. I don't wanna miss this. Okay. I go to the end. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Oh boy, you just killed yourself. See you later. I think. Should be. I could draw a creature for the turn, plus the draw from casting Ghalta off of Up the Beanstalk. Either way, we got him. We got him, folks. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go Stomping Ground. Spend a mana. Get a creature. I'm going to make them extra dead. Stick it to them. Because I can. Oh, look at that. Another Regisaur smoked. That's what it's all about. You don't kill me fast enough, you die. One turn. Hasty. Oh! The icing on the cake.
I am inevitable.
Peace. Oof. Oof. But, going back to the Pithing Needle point. The first Pithing Needle, we named Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. We saw Liliana of the Veil, so the second Pithing Needle we could name Liliana. That does nothing. We wouldn't have had to sacrifice Carnage Tyrant, which is quite lovely, especially when the first creature I play is possibly Carnage Tyrant, and then they play Liliana. Certainly I could play other smaller creatures, draw out the sacrificing stuff, but it's not uncommon for Carnage Tyrant to die, sadly, in those cases. Okay. Phew. Doesn't matter what life you're at, as long as you live until the opponent dies. Keep it simple. Yeah. They're probably going to get rid of Sylvan Scrying, I would imagine. If they have those early Thoughtseizes, they saw exactly what not to do. I think so. I am a little bit worried, though, with the Hornet Queen. If they get the turn 3 Vein Ripper, I guess it doesn't really matter at that point if they get Vein Ripper on turn 3. There's not a whole lot you can do, but yeah. If we had the Hornet Queen down, and then they played the Vein Ripper, all those small creatures dying, I would be a little bit worried about losing too much life. Okay. I kind of would be tempted-ish to risk this. Castle Garenbrig, lovely, part of the ramping package Commune. Or it just gets perfect. Okay. Alright. We got a good one, because it doesn't matter how many Thoughtseizes you have, it's not going to work. I have all the mana I need, basically. I should be getting a Sylvan Scrying, you can imagine. Oh, Damping Sphere is pretty good, but we wait. We go with Up Your Beanstalk. I want to see if they go turn 3 Vein Ripper. If they don't, pick your poison, makes Damping Sphere get sacrificed. Sylvan Scrying to grab Sunken. We're looking good. Looking good. Okay. Oh, double pick your poison. Alright. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact. Get out of here. None of your funny business, buddy. Then we go Castle, Sylvan, grab the other Sunken, and we have all the mana we could possibly want. Hopefully a Carnage Tyrant. Hopefully they go with Sorin and Vein Ripper. I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh, who says that? We went with one pick your poison. We had to take out the Damping Sphere, and maybe the opponent is feeling safe. Oh, we can go with the Vein Ripper now. This opponent wouldn't have a second pick your poison. Vein Ripper. Do it. Do it. Do it. You know you wanna. Oh, okay, good, good. You're feeling safe, aren't you, buddy? Oh, Vein Ripper. Preacher of the Schism. Ah, man. And the lands, unfortunately. Fable? Maybe. We don't need to do it yet. It doesn't have haste next turn. We can wait a bit. Hope that we draw some creature plus the card that we draw off of casting Ghalta, or we lose Ghalta to Thoughtseize is a very real possibility. But the opponent could potentially be dead next turn, depending. Vein Ripper. Now you're going to do it. Do it. Still no Vein Ripper, huh? Wow, this is getting interesting. I would imagine they have some amount of removal. They haven't done too much with all that. I'd be surprised if they didn't have removal. You know what? We'll go with Commune. We can cast anything that costs 7 or less, pretty much. Okay, Regisaur Alpha is something. We gotta go pick your poison to get rid of Reflection. 100%. Maybe we can live. They don't have a man land, so that is a very real possibility. 5, Sorin, 8. 2. Oh, the creatures might do it. 5, 6, no, 7, 10, 13. Maybe just barely we're safe. Huh. Vein Ripper now, perhaps. No Thoughtseize, don't do it. Oh, there's the Vein Ripper. Into Thoughtseize? No. Okay, okay. Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves, folks. Palani's Hatcher, another. I don't want that. I don't want that. If they don't have instant speed removal, maybe we got him. Maybe we got him. Let's go. 24, 28. It's not quite enough. It's not quite enough. Sadly. Sadly, I have too much mana once again. We almost did it. So incredibly close. No, I'm not going to go below 18, but often enough, I seem to get there. And sometimes it doesn't happen. Man, that was pretty lovely stuff. It was nice of Pick Your Poison to take out that Damping Sphere, which Pithing Needle wouldn't be able to take out, unfortunately. Darn. A very good match, nonetheless. I definitely had a good time. I wouldn't have been able to do that if Pick Your Poison was Pithing Needle. I always have to be wary of Damping Sphere, because pretty often I have seen the Vampire's opponent bring it in whenever I face them in Game 2, if they're wise. If I haven't done much in Game 1, maybe they don't bring it in, and I would imagine they only have a couple copies, perhaps. Yeah. Well, either way, we can get the job done, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes when you drop so much powerful stuff, it's not quite enough. The darn lifelink on their creatures, the Vein Ripper or whoever, just barely scraping by. Cool. Huh. That avatar, the Xander avatar makes me a little bit worried. Something involving black, perhaps, but that hand is an absolute keep. We got 2 lands, lovely stuff, Up the Beanstalk, Archdruids, Castle Garenbrig, and the land that's a forest type. But it does appear to be, you know what, Izzet Phoenix, and a Stomping Ground, so we should be quite fantastic. Might as well keep Xenagos. I want that guy. I want to see him. Oh, no, not. No.
Dang! Oh!
Thing in the Ice is problematic. Archdruid's Charm could possibly help us take Thing in the Ice out after it flips, but, well, this is the variation of Izzet Phoenix that I don't like. Sometimes I can draw out them flipping it while I haven't spent any mana, and then I play a bunch of creatures in the second main phase after they're forced to flip it. It will be flipped next turn 100%, and we will be starting to get hit by something that has 7 power. Not a pretty sight. Yeah. We got some removal, maybe. Okay, well, Sylvan Scrying has to grab, you know what. Sunken. Oh boy. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant next turn. We should be able to survive at least a couple turns. Archdruids, yeah, it's pretty good. If we draw another Sunken, that would be ideal. Let me think. Yeah, Commune. We dig for Ghalta. Watch this. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell. I know they might. No Ghalta. It's a little bit problematic. Well, we need another Sunken, absolutely. Then Commune to look for Ghalta. Yeah, that's what we want to be doing. Don't counter it. Oh, okay. Alright, as long as we survive, 1 hit from the Awoken Horror does not kill us. Hopefully they don't get Phoenixes. Do they have any in the graveyard? They don't have any Phoenixes in the graveyard, so don't play another thingamajig. Play all your mana and watch yourself die next turn. Oh boy, strap yourselves in. You just have to live. You just have to live. Yes, they have 1 mana left. Here goes nothing.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Always play Commune with Dinosaurs if you're doing something like this. For any of you guys that know Ancient Stirrings, I believe it is, in mono green, Tron, you can look at the top 5, you can grab a land or a colorless permanent, which, oh shucks. Good game. Oh, what health am I going down to? 1. Again, the stunner of stunners. You are so dead. Stick it to him. That's how you do it. Yes, please. See you later. Whew. Ouch. Oh. Phew. Okay. See? Sometimes, even when it's Thing in the Ice, you're not quite fast enough. Did we get lucky? I don't think that was luck. But Commune with Dinosaurs was absolutely key. Search for Ghalta, nothing. Sunken. There's a pretty good chance that the first copy of Ghalta was going to be that far in. And, phew. Hornet Queen, though, I think would also be pretty decent here. If we can land Hornet Queen after the Awoken Horror has flipped. It doesn't have trample, so we only need to scare it away with a little death-touching creature. Although they do have a lot of single target damage. They could start to take out a few of them. I think 5 would be enough. Culling Ritual actually would be able to take out Thing in the Ice, but that's basically the only thing it would ever take out. And I don't think that's enough benefit. Xenagos, I'm trimming that. Vorinclex. Yeah. I want that Hornet Queen. Thing in the Ice is massive, or Awoken Horror is massive as a 7/8. Crackling Drakes, I can imagine, are somewhere in the mixture. Landing a Hornet Queen could help big time. Oh, that's not going to do it. That actually could. I'm keeping that. It looks pretty crazy. A Forest Commune, boom. We get to 2 lands, Sylvan, Archdruid, Beanstalk. It should work out. Now, Palanis. Or possibly Up the Beanstalk, actually. You know what? I'm going to go with Up the Beanstalk. Sylvan is the turn 2 play. Archdruids is the turn 3. I imagine we could be skipping over Up the Beanstalk, because Sylvan Scrying absolutely is more important than Up the Beanstalk, and I could see a very real scenario where I just never get a good turn to play it. I definitely want Ghalta. I want to be able to grab the land that I need instead of possibly grabbing Ghalta. Hopefully. Castle. You can do it. Or they have a Spell Pierce. Oh, okay. I would be surprised if they had a Spell Pierce. I think for the most part, Izzet is always cantrips and stuff, draw a card, surveil, that sort of thing. But we should be in a good position. They didn't play turn 2 Ledger Shredder. It's just opt, consider. They're considering what they could possibly do against this, because at the moment they are dead if everything goes well. On turn 3, Sunken Citadel comes around to turn 4. We play Stomping Ground. Then we play Archdruids to grab the second Sunken, and then we play Ghalta and maybe not smoke them. We'll see. They'll maybe wait. They'll leave the last counter on Awoken Horde, just seeing what we could do. But that's good, because we might want to make them play a little bit slower. So if they don't flip the Awoken Horror, possibly on a turn that they could attack with it, that might be quite beneficial for us. But yeah, good. I like that. Okay, well, let's see what happens. I don't think they're flipping it. I'm pretty sure they'll wait. But if they constantly wait, that means they're not casting spells. I think they'll probably flip it here, which would mean, at the very least, spending 2 mana. 2 spells that cost 1 coming up. They'd only be left with 2. Maybe they have some counter spells. Treasure Cruise is coming up there. They're looking at their graveyard a little bit, I think. Maybe not. Huh. Well, hopefully they spend all their mana and they die. Put a couple stops after combat and at the end, just making sure that I don't miss this. Oh boy, you got a good 7/8. That didn't return anything to my hand. Play Ledger Shredder, do it. Spend your mana. Okay. What are they looking for? Maybe they're looking for a counter spell or a bouncing spell. Something like that. Really, I might look for Cavern of Souls. To protect Ghalta, I have the Stomping Ground, which is... Oh, it's pretty good. I will be able to make 8 whether I grab another Sunken or not. So Cavern of Souls would be definitely more beneficial. I would think Cavern of Souls is better, even though I don't expect them to have a counter spell. Okay, here goes nothing. No counter spell. Don't do it. No? Oh, I guess they don't. And now I know what I'm searching for. Are they dead? Probably. Would they have 2 lightning axes or 2 fiery impulses? They could get rid of both Palani's hatchers, but it may not matter too much at this point because bingo, bango. Death. Oh, shucks. Keep it on top? Yeah, let's keep it on top. Oh, maybe we're dead. Perhaps. Ether Gust is certainly very painful stuff. Cross your fingers they don't have another one. Oh, two phoenixes. 2 phoenixes tends to do the trick. Darn. Well, we're not living through that one. Okay. Hornet Queen would have been nice. Hey, we got the job done at 1. I think we can win. We'll get him. I like that hand. Pretty fantastic, even though, well, Cavern of Souls doesn't protect against Ether Gust. That should do. Nah, I'll wait. I was thinking of paying 2 to go with Commune. Commune might come in key. I have my second land at the very least. Oh, another Sylvan Scrying. Pretty fantastic stuff. Let's go. Get the castle. The other Sylvan to get Sunken. Phew. Should be alright. Oh boy. We're rolling in it. Oh, in the Ghalta to boot. Hey, you know what? Let's go with Sylvan Scrying. See what it draws out. We can go Castle Garenbrig, and then if this is stopped, we would still be able to go with Commune. But fortunately, it was not. Perfect. Sunken this turn, Castle next turn, and we'll have 3 potentially for Archdruids, which will grab the second Sunken, put it out, and Ghalta, and well, they don't have Thing in the Ice yet, so their time is at an end. Thawing. I don't know. There's something there involving ice, some sort of pun. I couldn't figure it out. That's not gonna do it. Are you gonna cast the Crackling Drake next turn? Oh, shucks. I could play Carnage Tyrant, but well, they're tapped out. What am I doing? Archdruids grab Sunken Citadel, and now they have to hold up 2 every single turn for Ether Gust. Which is pretty good stuff. I'll take it. If I draw a land next turn, I'll go with Commune, see what I could grab, and maybe they would Ether Gust Commune, which would be good. But at the moment, we got 8. Oh, Thing in the Ice. You have Ether Gust. Do you? Don't you? Huh. Well, maybe they do. But like I said, see what Commune gets. Interesting. I like another Tyrranax Rex. Yeah, that should do the trick. Hopefully. Hopefully it's not you-know-what. Oh boy. I would imagine they have maybe lightning axes or something. So, okay, this is good. I bet they have Fiery Impulse, at least for Palani's Hatcher, and then we're not able to attack, and, well, we wouldn't get the job done. Or we do. Huh. Okay, okay.
Don't push it. Don't push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
I never
All right. Phew. That was pretty good. Lovely. Lovely with Archdruids. Ghalta as well. I must say, I do like, I think, having 2 copies instead of 1. See it a touch more often. Yeah. That's very dumb. It is very, very scary. Again, goes back to my thinking of Xenagos as another way to give at least somebody haste. There are better options to give all your creatures haste. Keep up the aggression, because I could be down to 1, like I was, and play Ghalta, and the only thing giving everything haste which is needed to win is Palani's Hatcher, which might go down to that Fiery Impulse, or, well, Lightning Axe would take it out, but Palani's Hatcher especially, being the 3 toughness, is, it's dead. But, hey, we're alright. I think we still would have got the job done. Thing on the Ice would have flipped, hit us for 7, down to 13. It still would have been okay, probably, but yeah, when they do that, I imagine they're kicking themselves, and they're realizing, wait, I could have saved myself at least a turn. Yeah, no, very good to have hasty redundancy, and pretty fantastic. Going down to 1 right there. I think I'll leave it for tonight. I think I'll finally record that match I had against Mono Red Indomitable Creativity after I'm done here, or continue trying to figure out how we're going to do the Dinosaur podcast. However it goes, it's a good time. I love dinos. I love having you guys here whenever it is, wherever it is, whenever you're watching, especially if it is on your commute, public transit, you're looking for the new stream. So there it is. Have a good night, Commander Crane, Mad Dad Lab Stanley, and JDX, Kebby G. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Anybody else lurking? All right. Take a big bite out of that like button, and I'll see you next time. Peace.